Good people, ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite Moo Boy's favorite Moo Boy, Peanut.
And your girl Prin, and we are Candid Conversation with Peanut and Prin.
Yes,
Hey,
we
man.
are. What's happening, baby? What it do? You know what I'm saying? Right now, what I got going on, people, it's my Frankie Beverly vibe. You know what I'm saying? Made featuring Frankie Beverly. Shout out to him. My dad's favorite band, favorite group. Call it what you want. This for you, Pops. Yes, sir. Let's get it in. Y'all see the paint. I'm done. I'm done. You go do what you do, baby. How you doing today? You look good. I like the white tee. Yeah.
Is it white? Is that how it looks?
It looks like it's white.
It's actually baby blue.
No, honey, my shirt, baby blue. You don't say that baby blue up against that pink. That's that powder blue right there. You know, that's old school, whatever they called it back in the day, powder blue.
Well, no, I think powder blue is actually a little more defined than baby blue.
Yeah, I'm from the hood, baby. You can't define a powder blue. It's either powder or it's not. You being complicated right now. Hey, so how y'all doing out there, world? This is Candid Conversation with Peanut and Prin, where we talk about a little bit of everything. We have candid conversations with one another. We try to keep it candid as possible. It is our opinions, nobody else's. You can agree, disagree, like it, don't like it. We don't care. We don't mind. Just like, share, and subscribe. You dig what I'm talking about? Get in there. Get involved in some of the conversations that we have, man. This is what we do. We like it. It's a blast. I enjoy it. What about you? You enjoy it?
Absolutely.
It's fun. You know, I'm sure a lot of people think that we sit back and come up with this stuff. But what they really don't understand is we have these kind of conversations all the time.
All the time.
We talk about a whole lot of shit for no apparent reason. Some of it's really in depth.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We talk about everything. So we figure, why not let the world in on some of the things that we talk about?
Mm-hmm.
You know, from a normal people point of view.
Right.
You know, some people might like it. I think that, I think a lot of people have the same views and opinions that we have. They just haven't had an opportunity to voice them. You know, so hey, I'll speak for you. As long as you agree with what I'm saying, because I'm saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? You don't agree with me, I can't speak for you. So, hey, how you doing? You over there looking real? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What you doing later on tonight?
I don't know. Come see me behind stage. We can talk about it.
This is gonna be a quick episode. You think I'm gonna sit on here with you niggas all night? You're wrong. Uh, all right. Well, I have the subject for today.
Oh, okay. What are we talking about?
I'm sure we've had a conversation about it before, but we've never spoken about it in depth. And I'm anxious to hear what everybody else feels about it because it ain't one of my things.
Uh-oh. Y'all, I have no idea what he's about to say.
We're gonna talk about Valentine's Day because it's coming.
Okay. It's coming.
Coming.
It's coming.
You know, and hell, by the time some of y'all see this, it's gonna be in the come and gone. But
okay,
yeah, Valentine's Day is not my thing. It is not a holiday to me. Let's be clear. I gotta like you a whole lot to be putting something together for that, right? So anybody that knows me knows I'm a thoughtful person.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can agree with that.
it could be the middle of March, and it might seem like it's Valentine's Day to you. So I don't put a whole lot of weight in Valentine's Day, but because I know that it is important, and it's a day for the woman to feel loved and cherished and honored, and I agree that they all must have that. You gotta do something for your lady. Do I go above and beyond? It depends on who you are. Don't have that issue no more. Y'all see what's on the other side of the screen, so I go above and beyond. Yeah, it is what it is. So talk to me, honey. Valentine's Day.
Well, okay.
Experiences, situations, what you done been through. I know some niggas done, whoo, Lord Jesus. Y'all, if they like me, you had some rough joints.
Um, Valentine's Day. Okay, so let's be clear. I personally do not think that Valentine's Day is only to celebrate women. I think that Valentine's Day men should be also appreciated, cherished, and so on and so forth.
Oh shit, hold on. Hold on. See, that's why I fuck with them. You see that right there? You see that right there? Boy, look. If you ain't got one of those, you on the treadmill running in place. You ain't going nowhere fast. She said it's important to the dude too. I'm the dude. Anyway, cool. Girl, speak your piece. Go on ahead and say what you gonna say. Goddamn. All right now.
But I do know in the past I have seen some interesting Valentine's Days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can recall one specific year where I definitely was in a situationship with someone,
That's your word.
and I think I got a teddy bear from my son,
Okay.
and I got a card and dinner from my mother,
Okay.
and then I got a phone call 3 days later
Well, damn.
about what had happened on Valentine's Day.
Let me tell you what I got for Valentine's Day. Wait for it, because it's coming. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. But I done got fussed at for not showing up though. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer. You get what you give.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we're gonna be serious. I'm sorry. So
Okay.
carry on, continue.
Now, okay, so in the most recent years, I've had some very amazing Valentine's Days.
What?
But okay, so y'all have to be honest about the fact that Valentine's Day, by the time I met the gentleman that is on the other side of this screen,
Mm,
was not my shit. Okay? It wasn't.
that's an affirmation for your ass.
I did not like Valentine's Day. It was
Oh,
another day. As a matter of fact, I even think I hosted like a anti Valentine's Day party one
damn.
year.
Really? Hey.
Um, I know for sure I definitely did like a movie night with some of my siblings,
Oh wow.
my cousins, and was like, we're gonna celebrate each other, that kind of thing. So definitely I have seen really bad Valentine's Days. I've seen Valentine's Days where it was spent with the people that I did love. They just weren't of a romantic matter. And I'm not saying that I was single during these times. I'm just saying that I wouldn't even invest the time and the energy because I felt like if it's one sided, then that doesn't mean anything. But in the most recent years of experiencing very romantic Valentine's Days, it made me realize how much I enjoyed it. Like, I actually like flowers.
Mm, I was about to say that. Boy, y'all can hear the stories and the shit that I heard about. I don't like flowers. Flowers ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? They gonna die anyway. Funny how things change.
But yeah, so I learned that I like receiving flowers. And I don't necessarily just get flowers on Valentine's Day, but I get flowers because it's Wednesday. Um,
These are great days, by the way. It's a hump day.
but yeah, I mean, like Valentine's Day, I definitely think should be a day where the love and the affection is reciprocated on both sides, not just, you know, one person giving and one person receiving, but both people should be giving, both people should be receiving. And I think it's okay if you're single during Valentine's Day and you actually say, you know what, I'm gonna schedule a massage for myself. I'm gonna love on myself. Because what I have learned is that when you treat yourself the way that you want to be treated, then you will only accept that same type of attention from somebody else.
You create a standard.
You do create a standard. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Well, now look at you. And then I'm gonna piggyback on what you said. If you're single, love yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else anyway. So consider that preparation for the Valentine's Day when you do have a significant other. How about that? Then you can schedule a couples massage. Mm, that might be nice. I'm just saying. So yeah, I've had some Valentine's Day. It's so one sided. So I'm glad you said what you said because I've had a lot of them joints go. Yeah, like I said, I've been fussed at about Valentine's Day because I didn't come through. Meanwhile, they ain't had nothing.
So what is the worst Valentine's Day that you ever had?
Uh, you know, Fortunately, I haven't had any worse Valentine's Day because I don't put no stock into it, or I didn't.
Okay.
So when you don't expect nothing, when you don't get
Right.
nothing, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, um, before now, I spend my Valentine's Day, making my girl my Valentine, my baby girl, my daughter, and my son. I get them both chocolates. I tell them all that I love them. So that's where I put my energy.
Okay. That
And
makes sense.
so I haven't had any bad ones because I don't expect anything. And if you mad at me because I ain't get you nothing, I'm just gonna tell you, look in the mirror. One of my favorite words is called reciprocity. You get what you give. Not saying that you always got to give something to get something, but you can't always expect something when you ain't putting in the same work.
That makes sense.
That's the way I view it. So, but I was very interested to see what your thoughts on Valentine's Day was coming from a female perspective.
Well,
You
so I was going to try to remember a time when, because I've had some pretty rough Valentines over the years. But if I am being transparent,
you had a couple good ones.
I can't remember those experiences anymore. It's like all of the good experiences that I've had, kind of like outshine and outweigh all of the rest. And so I can't really even, I mean, it's like they don't even matter. They just, prepared me to appreciate what I have. And so that's kind
Well,
of
I need my boys to come through. I need all the fellas to come through, man, get in them comments and, discuss Valentine's Day with me. Whether they got any expectations or not, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I really want to know. Because men always say, don't worry about this. It's whatever. It's all good. But in the back,
but
I want
I'm
to
never
see
that kind of
too.
person.
Well, yeah, I know that. But you're an anomaly to a situation. Not to say that it's not more like you,
Right.
but if we run the numbers, you know, it's a very small percentage of women that, well, I don't want to say that because I don't want them on my ass. Based on my personal experiences,
Okay.
it's a small percentage of them that share in the matter. And it could be because men, come off like it don't mean much,
Right.
but that could come from a man always expected to be a man. It's like being a man, there are no days off. I'm not complaining. I don't need no days off. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But I'm just saying, it doesn't hurt to have some reciprocity come through. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
it's funny because I always hear you say things like, being a man, you don't get a day off. But in actuality, many women, especially women who have been labeled strong Black females, not to say that there's anything wrong with the strong Black female title, But that title almost makes it impossible to have a bad day. And so I can see where there's some women that say they don't get an opportunity to have a day off either. But Valentine's Day, one, I have definitely made it a point to let my son know why it's important. Because I think it's important that you do let the people know, that you love, that you love them, you care about them. And so I've done things in the past where I've taken him to dinner. We've gone on mommy son dates, which, I will actually get dressed up just like I'm going on a date, hair, lashes, makeup, lipstick, cute outfit, and we will go somewhere together. And for him, it kind of, especially now that he's, a little older, like at first when we would do it, it wasn't a big deal. But in the last couple of years, I've definitely noticed where he's like, wow, mommy, you look so pretty. Or, he might open the door for me or something like that. And I really kind of attribute that to some of the male influence that he has in his life too. But definitely, I think it's important for our kids to know, why is it important? But okay, so this just popped in my head. Do you remember the Valentine's Day cards? When you were in school, did y'all do, you bring Valentine's Day cards or little treats and you put mailboxes on your desk and
I'm gonna be honest with you. Your funds wasn't flowing like that, so your boy ain't never had no treats.
Really?
I couldn't. You know, I couldn't. We couldn't afford the candy, or
Okay.
like the stuff that I do for my kids, or what I'm saying, the things that we do for our kids. Like when we were in the Walmart the other day, Jordan was like, "Oh my God, Dad, it's almost Valentine's Day. I gotta get candy for the class. I gotta get this for the class." And I'm like, "Okay, pick out two or three, not one." Not one. Pick out two or three. We'll get some little cards and write them up. Make little candy bags for everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your boy ain't had that opportunity. So all my joints was handwritten, and I wasn't handwriting no joints and no dudes. I was just, I think you cute. Happy Valentine's Day, Peanut. That's all I had. But I always left with a bag of candy. Now I would take the bag of candy that I got and give it to, spray that thing out amongst the chicks that I thought was, I was regifting my Valentine's Day candy. You dig what I'm saying?
Resourceful.
Because I didn't ever bring any. Like I don't remember my parents ever getting me any of that.
Okay.
But I'm sure it wasn't because they didn't want to. It just wasn't in the budget. You know what I'm saying? So, but Jordan has done it every year of her life.
Okay.
Every year, and Jay did it a few years too.
Yeah, as long as I can remember, Brock has done it. I know, Brock his personality is, I can't even think of a good way to describe it.
Brock is like Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm, you know what I'm saying, and Martin Lawrence, all rolled up into one.
But it's not always that way.
Not always, but there's three different people. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. Martin is exaggerated and
okay. So
Seinfeld is
Valentine's Day would be definitely a Martin experience from Brock.
Yeah.
Because he asked to take this year.
Well, you want to take somebody out for sushi.
Hey Mom, can you bring pizzas up to the school at my last period?
Well, I wish I would have asked my mom to bring a pizza up to the school.
Okay.
You want me to make one of them frozen ones that your daddy got you? You used to go and cut it up and bring it up there?
Oh my goodness. I was like, pizza? He said, well, that way everybody gets, like a nice little snack or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but Brock, like during COVID, I don't think they'll allow that. And he was like, oh, okay. So he comes back and he's like, hey Mom, so what do you think about maybe some of my friends from school, we, go somewhere.
Mm.
Now, let's be clear.
Let's get the pizzas.
But let's be clear. Brock is not talking about a whole class. He talking about like 5 or 6 little girls.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's all chicks. Ain't no dudes. I mean, maybe no,
Maybe.
maybe it's all girls.
It's all girls. But he wanna,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it. You know. So I'm gonna call my mom, my dad. You know what I mean? They gonna get us pizza, whatever, whatever. We could probably watch a movie. Woo, woo, woo. We're gonna sit down somewhere.
But it's one of his favorite holidays.
Is it really?
Yes.
I
He
didn't know that.
loves Valentine's Day at school.
I know. Jordan likes it. I'm gonna have to ask Jay how he feels about Valentine's Day. You know, he got a little tenderoni, Bobby Brown. He got a little tenderoni, so he might be feeling some kind of way. You know, I'm gonna tell you, look, and I know he gonna, he be watching the episodes on the low. He don't be trying to tell me. If he buy you some Crocs, he fuck with you.
Uh-oh.
Everybody that he like, he done bought some Crocs. Anyway,
Say wink, wink.
Wink, you know what I'm saying? He'll buy you some Crocs. What's your size is again? You want white, red, yellow? They got colors. They got flavors. We get some Crocs. So, yeah, but I've had some my Valentine's Day experiences, and they ain't been all that great. But as of late, they've been pretty decent. I mean, I think my expectancy is so low for things that I don't let it bother me.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't expect anything from anybody.
So, as an adult, have you ever gone to a Valentine's Day ball or something of that nature?
No.
Okay. So, this has got to be maybe 14 years ago.
I thought you was 25.
So 14 years ago, there was this event, and a friend of mine who was an event planner, she helped to do a speed dating event.
Oh, I ain't never been on nothing like that. I would probably enjoy it though, because I'm smooth.
Shout out to all the people who on Valentine's Day you have attended one of these events, because if you've ever seen the rom-coms where they show, speed dating or whatever, it was very much like that. But this was like,
my favorite speed dating rom-com, Hitch.
Okay.
Remember that joint? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good joint.
So this particular night, it was Valentine's Day. We were, what area is that by the zoo, the National Zoo?
Connecticut Avenue.
Yeah. Okay, so there was a
Northwest DC.
So we were uptown. Now, for those of you all that don't know, I am technically an uptown girl. I was born and raised and went to private school. Definitely uptown girl. Before moving to Southern Maryland. And so this particular Valentine's Day, we had tickets to go. My road dog went with me this particular night. The Fox.
That's a road dog for your ass right there.
So we went to this particular event, and it was a speed dating event. So when you first walked in, everybody got a name tag, and the name tag was on like a little heart. And you could wear your name tag, either on your person, or, you could kind of put it on your handbag. Some guys were putting it on their blazer or what have you. And so the way that the ballroom was set up for the hotel was they had like a little cocktail area where there were, hors d'oeuvres being passed, there were drinks being passed, and chatting tables. Now, if you're not familiar, chatting tables usually those smaller round tables that are kind of where you can just stand at them and have a conversation.
So it's like a pub style table. Right. How many people at the chatting table? Though? Like 2?
Yeah, maybe 3 tops.
Well, that's a threesome. Somebody got to go. It's either 2 dudes and a girl, or 2 girls and a dude. Like it's awkward. Odd man out. Somebody got to go.
So this particular night we go, I see the young lady that I knew that had helped to, make the event possible. And so she was explaining to me the areas of the room. So the first area, like I told you, was where the cocktails and stuff were.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had this red screen or curtain that divided the room.
Okay.
And so on the other side of the room or the other side of the curtain, there were actual tables set up for two people. And you would get a number and they would rotate. And so you would get 5 minutes at each table.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other side was like a DJ, so like if you found somebody that you were really, really feeling, you could either go back to the chatting area where the hors d'oeuvres and the cocktails were being served, or if you wanted to dance, you could go over to the dance floor, that part. And so I went with the Fox, and she had no interest.
I ain't mad at her because I'm listening to you right now, and I'm like,
Whatsoever
this ain't my situation.
About going into the actual speed dating. So you know me, I'm like, oh, well, let's try it. Let's check it out. Let's do something new because, I'm adventurous. So I go to the little sign up thing. They give me a number. I believe my number was either number 10 or 11. They give me a number and I sit down at the table. So the way that it was set up was they did a round where the women rotated and the men rotated. So
Okay. I see what you're saying.
They asked me, did I have a preference? And so I decided, a preference of if I wanted to be a part of getting up and going to each table, or would I prefer a guy coming over to my table?
Okay.
And that determined which order I would go in.
So they was coming to your table?
Actually, I went to their table.
Oh, okay. You control the situation.
And so what I realized was that if you go and you're talking to a complete stranger for 5 minutes, you need to have something to say. So the first 5 minutes, I sat down and the guy's kind of like looking at me and I'm looking at him. And he was a little, I guess, uncomfortable or a little awkward. Mm-hmm. And so we spent a whole 5 minutes. And at like 4 minutes and 30 seconds, he asked me my name.
Okay. Damn, that's a long time. Clearly, he was just fresh out the house.
Right. And so when I went to the next table, in that first 5 minutes, had come up with like 3 questions, right? Mm-hmm. That I would ask. And I was like, I'm going to ask everybody these same 3 questions. And that way, I won't have to worry about what happened the first time happening again. So the next person must have also had a similar idea because as soon as we started trying to talk, he was asking me a question. I was asking him a question. I have no idea what he said.
So y'all like, how does that? You go. Okay. Sit out of that. You go. Sit out of that.
And so by the time we actually were able to like answer one another's like one question of each other, it was time to switch it.
5 minutes up. Won't go back to that one. You wanted to though, because you wanted to hear what he had to say.
Right, And so I remember the third person was this guy who he said he worked for, I think he worked for a real estate company or something like that. But like he was like a junior rep or something, another, whatever. He was very nicely dressed. And now, mind you, I had the Fox with me. So she's watching this whole thing go on and she's dying laughing. This is the funniest thing that she's ever seen.
I can see that. I was laughing with her.
By the time we got to this portion of the evening, a friend of hers that also did event planning was at this event. And they were over on the sidelines laughing at my behind, like completely. So I'm sitting there, I get up, go to the third guy, and so as soon as I sit down, I introduce myself. So I stick my hand out to
I'm
shake
princess
it.
and you are.
Right. Because
Okay.
I'm trying to, make good time. And so the first question I ask is, what's your passion? That was one of my questions.
Oh, that's a difficult question.
Not necessarily.
Niggas ain't got passions. They got goals.
And see, that is why it was my question. So I asked, what was your passion? So he told me to be, one of the best real estate brokers on the East Coast.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And so
That's a goal.
then it is a goal, but that was what he said his passion was. Maybe goal passion means the same thing to some people.
No,
And
I'm with
so
you. I'm with you.
he asked me what was the one thing I would die for. That was his question.
Was Brock born?
No,
Oh shit. Okay, this is
this is
complicated.
14 years ago.
Okay. Well, what's the one thing I need to know? Now I'm intrigued. What you say?
So the one thing that I would die for at that time, I was like, my family.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. That's the same as Brock, but okay.
Right. I mean, but back then that's what I said. And so my next question was, where did he see himself in 2 years? And so all of his,
Complicated.
huh?
You complicated. Everything he said revolved around real estate.
Right. So of course he gave me another real estate answer,
Right.
and he asked me what was something that I couldn't live without.
Me. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And so I said passion and great communication. And he was like, oh, wow, that's a really great answer. That's a really great answer. And then it was 5 minutes up and it was time to move on to the next person.
Mm-hmm.
And I had other people that was on the list, but I guess he had been there earlier than I was. So he was trying to like get people to swap seats with me.
Skipping tables like a mother. Hey, skip tables with me, cuz. Hey, whoop, school. You trying to pay? I got a hundo. Swap with me, dog. Swap with me. Yeah.
And so I remember, like, after I did the speed dating, Fox was over to the side and she was like beckoning me, like she was ready to go, because we had been there a couple of hours by this point. And it was like, we've seen, we've conquered, let's go,
Mm-hmm.
And so, because they weren't like, at this point, we were hungry. Like they had just like really small finger foods, cocktails, that kind of thing. And we were like, well, we could leave here and go get something to eat.
So they had a lot of horse divers.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
They had horse divers.
So as we were leaving, we get almost out of the hotel and we're walking down the street, and
here come old boy.
This guy yells down the street, can I call you sometime? And my mother was like, we do not speak to men that are hollering at us in the street. And so we kept going to the parking garage and we got in the car and went on home. But I never saw the guy again.
He ain't never catch up? Boy, I'd be at that motherfucking window like, whoof. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to holler at you, Miss Lady. I promise I did. It was that important to me that you heard what I was trying to say. I'm sorry, whoever your friend is. Is it possible I can call you? And you wouldn't be on this podcast right now.
I wouldn't be on the podcast right now?
Hell no. We'd have a 13-year-old though. He fucked up. I'm not gonna squander my opportunities.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I guess that's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me on Valentine's Day. But it was a fun night. Like, I can understand, like, if you don't have anything to do on Valentine's Day, I can understand why you will go to that event. Not necessarily because you're looking for love, but just to be able to talk to some different people and have a reason to put on, something that you don't get to wear all the time. Like, because I remember that night, I wore a cocktail dress. And I was like, well, it's Valentine's Day. So it's like a reason to wear this glittered red cocktail dress.
Well, I mean, now let's be clear. I'm not sure what the meaning of Valentine's Day is. I didn't do my homework on this. I ain't pull it up. But it can't possibly be about love. Maybe companionship. You know what I'm saying? I know the hearts, because we get misconstrued with the hearts and the candies and all of that good stuff, and it resembles, or it represents or replicates love, but it's
Right.
not what it's really about. Because companionship on Valentine's Day can be an amazing thing. It creates the opportunity for what's to come, or the possibilities of what's to come. So it ain't necessarily got to be about love, but I'm gonna do something for all of my favorite girls on Valentine's Day. After I do something for my favorite girl on Valentine's Day, and then my favorite 8-year-old girl. We got a lot of girls. Y'all just got to keep up. Somebody writing this down? Yeah. But I think I want to do something for all of my favorite girls because I think they need what I got.
Okay. So, I had to Google it real quick.
Yeah, don't take you long. The Google master.
Okay. So it says that Valentine's Day originated as a Christian feast day honoring one or two early Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine, and later became folk tradition.
Somebody called Creflo. I need to break down.
Well, okay, so I remember Saint Valentine from Catholic school.
Mm-hmm.
But then it also says the Valentine's Day is a holiday when lovers express their affection with greetings and gifts.
So it specifically said lovers. Okay. I guess. I mean, because if I just met you like 2 months ago and I'm liking on you real good, I'm gonna go ahead and get you that teddy bear, a little chocolate or whatever, and we're gonna make it a situation. Southeast DC style, woo woo woo. You know what I mean? Woo woo woo. And we can do something. But okay.
Well,
Now
see, to me, lovers means like that's like, well, I guess I get it. Excuse me.
well, now let's be clear. She's always on my back about the length of the show. We're at about 38 minutes. And as much as we love y'all, get in the comments. Let's talk about Valentine's Day, your expectancies, what you do, how you do it, your reciprocity, whether it's a he or a she. I want to hear it all. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? And let's show love to the people that we love on Valentine's Day. Let's enjoy it. And you can catch Prin at she dots writes dots books on Instagram. Did I get that right? Whoo, Lord, y'all better watch out for the boy. You can catch me at a shot of Moo and a Brew on Instagram. You can go to YouTube. You can catch us at Candy Conversations with Peanut and Prin.
Mm-hmm.
You can also catch me at a shot of Moo and a Brew on YouTube. JM Head on Facebook. I don't ever put that out there because what I put on Instagram go to Facebook. You know what I'm saying? They work together. But my honey got books out. Cobodge is out now. It's a joint project with 7 other authors. Y'all check that out. She also has a plethora of other books that she's put out herself. So y'all check her out on Amazon's where you can get the book. What they need to type in to find you on Amazon?
Princess Diana.
Ooh, Princess Diana. Boy, it don't get no better than that. And y'all holler at us. Let us know how you feel, what you think. Valentine's Day, this is my joint. I keep it light and right. If you love your girl, from a man's perspective, don't be afraid to let her know. The one thing that I've learned being a grown man myself is the best support system that you will ever get is from somebody that loves you as much as my honey loved me. So y'all going on out and get that. And I'm gonna steal her line right now. Keep your conversations candid We'll holler at y'all next time. It's been real.
Peace.
I was waiting for that. Peace.